This is a quick video on the taxation of these different account types, which tends to be a pretty common conversation that happens within my office. So where I'm going to begin is first off this traditional IRA bucket. Art is by no means my gift, but I think it's good to use pictures whenever we're talking about these types of things. So whenever we're talking about a traditional IRA, this could be similar to a 401k or a SEP IRA or simple IRA. It's a tax deferred account, meaning that whenever you put money into this account, you are going to get tax deferral out of this money. Meaning, if you make, for round numbers, $100,000 this year and you put $5,000 into an IRA, your adjusted gross income should drop by $5,000, putting you at paying taxes on only $95,000. I'm not a CPA or a professional tax advisor, so please consult with your individual advisor on these topics. But in short, that's how it works. A traditional IRA, again, you get that tax deferral today. What do you think happens whenever you pull money out in the future? You are going to pay taxes on that money, or it's going to be taxed at retirement or at a later point. Most of these are going to be 59.5. So keep that in mind whenever we're talking about IRAs here. Next type of account I'm going to talk about is a Roth IRA. It's actually the opposite of an IRA for taxation's sake. So the money that goes into this Roth is going to be after tax money. So you're not going to get any tax deferral today on those particular dollars that you're putting into the account. But since you've already paid taxes on them today, what do you think is going to happen in the future? This is all going to come out tax free. Not only your contributions, but your earnings and everything else along the way. So that's something to keep in mind. Side note, there are 3 different types of money inside of a Roth IRA. I'm going to spell those out real fast because I think this is useful. You've got your contributions, which are going to be the dollars that you are putting inside of your account. Those dollars do not have any age restriction. So age restriction equals none, meaning you can put dollars in your Roth today and then take them out tomorrow, assuming you're under the age of 59.5 and not have any penalties or fees, which is kind of nice. So if somebody's investing $100 a month into a Roth IRA, at the end of the year, they're going to have $1,200, assuming that it's not less in value than what it was if you decided to invest it. You're going to have $1,200 you could hypothetically pull back out. You're just going to want to do something else different with the gains and everything else along the way. Before I get to that part, though, let's talk about conversions. So conversions are going to be like if I'm taking money from my traditional IRA bucket up here and I want to pay taxes on it today to then move it into my Roth IRA tomorrow, so it can grow tax-free forever thereafter. If you decided to do that, you need to wait 5 calendar years before you were to consider touching that money. This is whether you are under 59.5 or over 59.5. But let's assume you're under 59.5. Once this 5 years passes, that money acts like a contribution, meaning you could hypothetically take it out prior to retirement if you needed it for another endeavor or anything else out there. Last type of money, as I alluded to earlier, is going to be your earnings or your gains. I can't spell today. And those dollars you are going to want to leave in until 59.5 in most cases, unless it's like the first time down payment on a home, or if it's for medical related expenses, or maybe even education in some situations. So talk to your advisor about that to figure out what's going to be most suitable for you. But I just like to spell that out on a Roth IRA because there are some advantages that I tend to preach. Why I drew the health savings account over here is because it can actually be a big part of your future retirement plans for yourself as well. How they work is, if we're just talking from a tax standpoint alone, whenever you put money into your health savings account, you actually get a tax deferral on that money, meaning you don't pay taxes on it whenever it goes in. And as long as you meet some certain criteria, which I've kind of spelled out over here, whenever you pull money out of that account, you're going to get to pull that money out actually tax free. So it's a triple tax advantaged account is what they refer to it as. So you don't have any like year end, you have to spend X amount of dollars in that account. Why that's important is because I drew these all as buckets because they just hold your money. You can actually invest all 3 of those buckets identically, meaning you can buy stock in them, bonds in them, CDs, annuities, exchange traded funds, almost anything under the sun. you can purchase in any one of these three accounts. So whenever you're thinking about tax advantages for the future, a health savings account is actually one of the first places that I tend to talk to clients about funding for their future retirements. But there is a little caveat. You must qualify to do this based off of your current health insurance plans. So whether you want to have an advisor like myself look at those, or somebody else, or your benefits coordinator at your employer, they should be able to tell you if you would qualify in the first place to even put money in a health savings account. But it has to be based off of your current health insurance plan and your qualifications. It's going to be based off of your deductible and maximum out of pockets for the year, which is an ever-changing number. Also, what some people tend to, why I am jumping forward into the future uses of what this could be used for, is this can be used for any qualified medical expense now or in the future. So a lot of clients will consider keeping this account funded for funding their future Medicare costs, their 65 and up insurance. So I just, again, wanted to keep this a short little video on kind of the taxation between a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA and how those can maybe be advantageous to use towards yourself and your future retirement goals. So if you want to talk to your own advisor or reach out to me at my office, feel free to do so, 660-570-4114. I am a certified financial planner, been in the industry a little over 9 years now, in 2023 as we have come to. So that was all. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.